Hey guys, this is my newest video. I am changing up my style again, just because, why not? And in today's video, as you saw in the title, I'm going to be talking about the best routine you can have for working out. For endurance, strength, explosiveness, anything of that nature. But the first thing I want to talk about is the matter of fact of what are going to be some main lifts for this. And the 4 main lifts is going to be like a normal 4 main lifts, which will be power clean, a squat, a deadlift, and a bench. All of those, and you will be performing it in a weekly manner. You will be performing all the routines in that sort of manner. There will be a warm-up and a cool-down every single one, and all of these will at least try to do as much of these standing up and not sitting down. Like if you're going to do, like, for example, like a shoulder press, instead of sitting down and doing a shoulder press, stand up and do a shoulder press, just because it engages the core more and it helps you for your other main lifts. And if you're going to do something like a bench press, I would prefer that you use something like a machine, not a machine. I would prefer that you use something like free weights, as it helps you get more stability in the real world. If you're an athlete especially, that'll be extremely helpful, because it'll help you gain that stability you'll need if you're on the football field, or if you're even doing something like soccer or whatever it is. It'll help you really engage those stabilizer muscles, which will help you stand up and perform all your actions as needed. But anyways, now let's get into the actual video. So first of all, let's just say we have 3 different styles of routines. We have an endurance routine, and then we have a strength/explosiveness routine, then we have a strength, explosiveness, and endurance routine. I would suggest choosing the third one I just listed if you're an athlete, but if you just want to get stronger in these 4 lists, I would suggest choosing the strength and explosiveness one. But if you're like if you're more of like an endurance athlete, like as in you're like a runner, like a long distance runner, I would suggest doing something like that. And even if you're not in a sport and you're just a long distance runner and you just want like more of a casual lift, I would suggest doing endurance. But it's still the same amount of intensity around, it's just a little bit easier. So let's get started into this. If you are going to be the strength/explosive side of the routine, you will start off with a 5-minute jog as a warm-up, and then your Monday will be, rest, and then your Tuesday will be 3 times 5 of power clean day. And let me explain to you what power clean day is. Probably should have went over this before. Okay. Power clean day, for your traps, you're going to want to work out, you want to do a dumbbell shrug with 80% of your 1 rep max for that. And then for your glutes, you're going to want to do a barbell hip thrust. For your hamstrings, you're going to want to do a Nordic curl. For your lunges, you're going to want to, or a lunge. And then for your quads, you want to do a front barbell squat. So instead of placing it on the back like this, you want to place it on the front like this. And then for your abductors, I would do monster steps. And then for your adductors, do a sideways 1-legged adductor push, which is a really long word. I hope you can remember that. And then for your lower back, you want to do a lower back extension. And what we worked out in all of those is the movements that you do in the actual power clean. Like for example, the front barbell squat it resembles you going up like this with the bar, because when you're doing a power clean, you're going to be going up like this and not like this. With the bar on your back, it's going to be on the front, on your shoulders. And then stuff like dumbbell shrugs is for when you're lifting up it, like boom, like this, boom, power clean, like as if you didn't already know that. And then after that, we have Wednesday, which is going to be rest, and then Thursday, which is going to be 3 times 5 of squat, forearms, and calf, which is squat day with forearms and calves. And also, for a strength and explosive routine, you're going to want to do 80% of your 1 rep max for every single one of these activities, and you want to do around a 3-minute rest, I would suggest, with it being circuit style, which circuit style is like you do the trap exercise, the glute exercise, you do all the exercises, then you take your rest. It's just better for your heart, and it's also better for doing stuff like gaining strength. Anyways, squat, forearms, and calf day. So squat day looks like this. For your adductors, you want to do a monster step and with like a band or something attached to it. For your adductors, you want to do a sideways one-legged adductor push. Again, it's a big word. And then for your quads, you want to do a sissy squat, which is basically like a normal squat, but instead you want your knees. So for example, this will be your foot right here, and these will be your knees. This is your straight up knees, and then you want your knees to go over your toes basically. So basically like you're on your tiptoes, so you can put like a plate right here so you can rest your foot on it, like here, let me try to put it like this. So you can try to put your foot on it like that. Instead of your foot just being flat on the ground, you want your foot to be on like an angle instead. So it gets your quads. And then for your hamstrings, you're going to want to do a Nordic curl. And then for your glutes, you want to do a kettlebell swing, which will really help you with that sort of movement, like a squat movement or even like a power clean movement. And then we have forearms and calves, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I think it's forearms and calves. Yeah, squat, forearms, calves. And then for calves, you want to do calf raises, which is just a calf raise. And then for your forearms, you want to do a pinch plate hold for around 30 seconds. Pinch plate hold, yeah, 30 seconds. And you want to be relatively walking when you're doing that. And when I say pinch plate hold, you don't want to grab it like this. You want to grab it with literally just the tips of your fingers. And after that, you want to do a plate hold, which is, you know, holding the plate instead of pinching it. You want to be preferably walking around and doing that for a minute, since it's going to be a lot easier than the pinch one. And then we move on to your Friday, which is going to be rest day. And then we move on to Saturday, which is 3 times 5 as well. Deadlift, biceps, and tibialis. And if you don't know what a tibialis is, it's basically like, you know where your calf is, the other side of your calf, basically. So you have your leg right here, quads. So you got your quads, hamstrings right behind it. Then you would have your tibialis, calf right behind it. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so you want to do deadlift, biceps, and tibialis. So let me scroll there real quick. All right, for deadlift day, you're going, for your traps, you want to do dumbbell shrugs again. And for your infraspinatus, which is a really big word, you want to do shoulder rotations. And your infraspinatus is basically like the part where it like has a bunch, if you do this rotation right here, you'll feel your infraspinatus activating. So do that, do this, and you'll feel it activating, and you'll see what it's working out. If you want to do shoulder rotations, which is just this basically, start off very light. Trust me, it's a lot harder than it seems. And if for your lower back, you want to do a back extension, and then for your lats, you want to do a dumbbell row. Just try to be as horizontal to the ground as you can be, basically. Like imagine I'm like laying towards the ground, horizontal to the ground. Then you want to do this, and remember, try performing all of these while standing up. And then you have your tibialis, and you have your biceps. Your biceps, you want to just do a bicep curl, and you want to do a hammer curl. And then for the hammer curl is mainly for your brachialis, but that's technically like under your biceps, but it'll just help your biceps be bigger. And then for your tibialis, you want to just do tibialis raises. Again, if you don't know any of these, just search it up. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And then for Sunday, you will do 3 times 5 on the bench press, and then abs and obliques. And bench press day looks like this. Okay, so deltoids for, you know, bench press day. Deltoids, you want to do, 4-way raise, which I actually learned this recently. And it's actually like crazy smart. Is you want to do a front raise with a dumbbell, and then you want to do literally just like a lateral raise after it. So front raise, then a lateral raise. And you want to try to keep it even. I'm not even keeping it even, okay? Like keep it even like this. And then boom, that's as high as you would go. And then you would do that with both arms, and you would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way until you get to, for example, if it's 5 reps of 4 raises, that would mean you technically do 10 reps because it's this, then this, and that would count as 1 rep. Took a little bit long to explain, that's my bad. And then you'd also want to do a military press after that too, which is just a stricter form of a shoulder press. Basically, search it up if you don't know what I mean, and just normal shoulder press, but a little bit more strict. Triceps, you want to do tricep dips, and the reason you'd be doing tricep dips instead of like doing something like what was I gonna say, like a skull crushers or something like that, because tricep dips will help you more also in the chest department, which bench press day focuses on your chest as well. And then for your chest, you want to work on the dumbbell bench press. And if I didn't and then also for each day, I don't think I clarified this yet, but on the day you're also doing the thing it's called. Like if it's called bench press day, you do bench press first, then you do the deltoids, four-way raise, military press, tricep dips, then dumbbell bench press. You do the name of the exercise first, then you do the rest of them. Like you don't just skip out on the rest of them, because then you're not going to get a stronger bench press unless you train bench press. So I didn't make that clear. That's 100% my bad. And then you want to do your obliques and your abs also on this day, which is going to be a V-up and then crunches, just basically as many as you can do. And then obliques, you want to do a Russian twist and a side hip up. And again, if you don't know any of these, just search it up. You'll 100% find out what I'm talking about. And then the cool down for this week will just be stretching every single muscle you worked. Like for example, since Tuesday is power clean day, on power clean day, every single muscle that you worked out, you want to stretch in the same order that you worked it out in. Like let's say you did shrugs first, and then after that you did like a 4-way raise, and then you did like a sissy squat. You would work it out first by, okay, I'm gonna find a trap stretching, then I'm gonna find this stretching, and then basically you just go on and then repeat it for Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, which are the 4 days that you're working out the week, which gives you 3 rest days. And then now we have the endurance routine, which is the exact same as the explosive set strength routine, but instead now you're only doing 50% of your 1 rep max for every single exercise, and instead of doing it 3 for 5, you're doing it 3 for 15. And then the warm-up and the cool-down is the exact same, just a 5-minute jog as a warm-up, and the cool-down is stretching every single muscle you worked out that day. And now for the explosive, endurance, and strength routine circuit style. First of all, let me clarify for the other ones, you just repeat those every single week. You don't change anything, unless I guess you want to, but that's completely up to you. Unless you get like an injury, I wouldn't suggest changing it. But anyways, for the explosive, endurance, and strength routine, which would be more for like athletes, again, if you're an athlete and you already work out at their place, don't be doing these exercises as well. You are going to be worn out from the exercises you do there as well, so you do not want to be working out. So just only do this if you don't already work out. And what you're going to want to do, which is different about this routine from the other routines, is that it's literally just kind of like both of the routines combined. So it's the explosive and strength routine and the endurance routine combined into basically like a sort of routine where it switches between the two. And what I mean by that is for the first week, because this one is a 2-week period, and that you would repeat in the same like order over and over again, and it's the same warm-up, same cool-down. But for the first workout, which will be Tuesday, it is 3 times 15 power clean, 1 rep max for 30-second rest. And I completely forgot to manage this, to tell you this, I mean. For the endurance days, you want to do 30-second rests. I should have explained that further. And then for Wednesday is rest. And then for Thursday, you want to do 3 times 5, 80%, 1 rep max, 3-minute rest. And then for Saturdays, you do 3 times 15, same rep max and all that. And then Sunday, you do 3 times 5, bench press day. And then for the second week, you do Tuesday, instead of being a 3 times 15, it's going to be a 3 times 5 power clean. And then Wednesday is rest, and Thursday is 3 times 15 squat, then Friday is just rest day, then Saturday is 3 times 5 deadlift day, Sunday is 3 times 15 bench press day. And then now, for how to start. This is how you actually start the routine. The routine will start off For the first week, you want to start on Monday, slow and controlled bench press for 4 times 20 reps bar only, because you strictly want to focus on form during the first few weeks just so you can actually get the actual full exercise potential. Tuesday, it is slow and controlled squat for 4 times 20 reps bar only, and then after that it's deadlift, then it's power clean, then it's squat, then it's deadlift, then it's power clean. Then after that, for your second week, you're going to be finding out your 1 rep maxes, so you can actually find out your 1 rep max to do the rest of the workout routine. And for Monday, you would do your 1 rep max of your bench press and deadlift. Don't do anything else that day, because you could get injured, and it's also just better to do it slower. And then Tuesday, your 1 rep max would be squat and power clean. Then Wednesday, to help you get more even used to it, you would do 60% 1 rep max for 4 times 10 of the entire bench press day. Not including the extra, like if I had bench press and then I had you doing biceps and forearms that day as well, just only do the bench press. Unless you want to do the biceps and forearms, but remember, only do 60% of your 1 rep max. And then Thursday, you do 60% 1 rep max, 4 times 10 deadlift, and then Friday is rest. Saturday is 60% 1 rep max for 4 times 10 squat, and then Sunday is 60% 1 rep max, 4 times 10 power clean. And then by the third week, you start the program and you'll know exactly what you're doing. But yeah, no, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I definitely enjoyed researching all the stuff for this video. And if you didn't enjoy this video, you should be ashamed of yourself. But thank you and have a good day.